right, here we go. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and dive right in. It was pretty simple. A C meets my expectations. Battery life. I expected big things, and so I'm going to give this a B. It exceeded my expectations of a C. One of the things with that low power mode that I think a lot of people aren't necessarily thinking about is any computer that is a Mac, any iPhone or iPad that I have, it will go ahead and auto detect this because it's always in low power mode, and that's pretty clutch feature just in regards to always being able to go to it, connect to it, throw them on, and start moving. That is a benefit that exceeded my expectations. All right, so next is non-audiophile listening. I knew this would have a soundstage, but also my sophistication around a soundstage is pretty low. I had a couple songs this week go ahead and actually feel like the pieces were rotating around my head. This was non-spatial audio, which again, if you've never had spatial audio, definitely check out. But I actually had movement of the sound around my ears, and that was a really interesting experience. Not disorienting at all, but definitely something that, brought me to, new understanding of what soundstage is like. I'm just gonna give this a C because at that price point, expectations are exceedingly high. I don't think it failed my expectations, but it also didn't exceed my expectations, especially as kind of a natural critic. Build quality, C, as expected, fantastic. There are just a couple weird things, like just the fact that these sound like two kind of like, the balls that go back and forth, the Newton balls that you have on a desk from the 90s. That's really what sounds these make when you are putting them back in the case. It's just a very unsettling sound, just in regards to, am I damaging these things? They're so damn expensive. What are those things that I need to do to overall protect this? The build quality of the case as well did exceed my expectations. So overall, I have to give this a C+. I would say that it met my expectations. There's some definite cons within the build quality, but overall it is substantial, very Johnny Ive feel, and with that it's never going to disappoint, but at the same time it didn't really blow me away in regards to my expectations. The digital crown exceeded expectations, B on this, because thought it would be helpful, but just in regards to being able to call up Siri, move tracks, and go back tracks has been vital as well. Hey Siri picking up. It's just, there's so much you can do with these on ear that just allows me to leave my phone at my desk and still feel like I have control over what's going on. And speaking of Siri, where my expectations are, which is not super high, I still got to go in there and give it a dig. It's definitely a D-. It's better than I thought because I can still leave reminders. But even just adding things to like an Apple Music playlist is still just garbage. And so, yeah, having Siri on this thing is great, but also with regards to my expectations, definitely D-. In regards to the different modes on here, whether it be noise cancellation or transparency, noise cancellation did exceed expectations, but also I haven't had a noise cancellation device since the QC35s, so I have to take that into account. So I actually have to give these a B+. Noise cancellation was incredible. Transparency mode was definitely an A to an A+, but kind of bringing it down, which is kind of some of the hedging and waiting I have to do for just overall technology increase in the last 5 years. Got to give these a B+. All right, phone calls. I'm actually going to have to give this a C-. And so it kind of surprised me. The quality of call was fine. Connection was actually where I ended up having some issues. So, as you know, I'm a big fan of the H1 chip. And with that, I'm still having issues, whether it be in iOS 14 or in, Mac OS High Sierra, where I'm getting periodic disconnections. And so I don't know if that's software related or hardware related. I'm definitely hoping that it is software related. It could be due to the 500 pairs of headphones that I have.
Every year of every day, thousands of people fall victim to FWP.
That connect to my Apple, so I do get that, but still, that shouldn't necessarily be my problem. So with that, I will give phone quality and conference ability on these things probably a D. And I say probably because that is a soft one. I can be swayed in the future, but that definitely was beneath my expectation. So let's talk about overall value. Very controversial for me, especially as a critic, as you saw from the intro videos. This definitely is a stretch or aspirational device for me. I have to give this as a perfect C. I believe these are the perfect intersection of price to value that Apple has, and again, that does incorporate for the Apple tax.
Hi, I'm Rob Jobs, founder and CEO of Apple. And to be honest, the only thing max about these AirPods are the price.
That you get with just overall build quality, support behind the product, as well as expectations around how it works. And so I have to say that these are priced perfectly for Apple, not perfect for the consumer. So these are aspirational, but because this is something that I needed in regards to my love of design and Apple products and being influenced by that, even with that, these are right at that value point. And so I have to give it a C to my expectation. So I have a grading process. I'm preaching about them if they're the best thing since sliced bread. I'm camping out overnight. The second is keeping them content. Don't necessarily think they're the next greatest thing. And then the last is returning them, just not the overall value that one would expect. Am I gonna keep these? The answer is yes. The overall value matches, and just where I'm at in my life, having an office supply and things like that that get me excited to use and to work harder for them. That is why I'm gonna keep these. It is right at that, price value intersection, but still, just with my love of the Apple and also the critic of the Apple, I really think that you should think long and hard about purchasing these. Give them a shot. As you know, Apple has a generous return policy as long as you take care of them. But for me, I think that this is definitely something I will hold on to and value over time. And I'm pretty happy with the fact that I'm going to be able to afford to be able to have that. And I definitely understand the privilege of that. But also it does encourage me to continue working and feeling, excited about picking up the headphones on a daily basis and having that confidence and trust. So what do you think? Go ahead and leave your comments below. What are you going to be doing with your next $600? Is it going towards Apple or something like a PS5, Xbox, or food? It is crazy times, and so please, I understand all, but feel free to leave comments below. If you like this, please do hit that like button. If not, hit the dislike. And yeah, let's continue forward. If you want to continue, feel free to subscribe, and let's make it a good one. We'll see you in the next one. That perfect crosshair of the x-axis of price to the y-axis.